Day. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. I want to say a big thank you to Grandpa Clothing in Dansoman for my outfit this morning. And they sport those bespoke shaders that you need for you and yours to keep your man and yourself trendy, your son, your daughters, and your relatives, everybody. So go grab something special there on social media, Grandpa Clothing. This morning, my heart bleeds because for the umpteenth time, and since I've been a journalist over the last 2 decades, every single year we report on happenings between Ghana and Burkina Faso, the Bagri Dam spillage. Every year, not 1 year goes without journalists reporting of the effect of the Bagri Dam spillage and the effects that it has on the people. And yesterday, one farmer called. He wanted to talk to me. I said, I can't listen to the sad story anymore, because he was telling me that the crops, the rains delayed. They have now planted. The crops are yet to mature, and they're going to watch their investment this morning all washed away because the Bagri Dam will be spilled. And then in Ghana, they remember, those who live closer to that place, they remember that we woke up, promised the people a very big dream, spent $12 million of money that we claim we do not have in the name of a Pugu MultiPurpose Dam, which was also going to have a solar energy component. And we realized that we have just spent the money. There's no dam to show, even though we were told in 2020 that the Pugu MultiPurpose Dam had been constructed, and it was the one single impactful, whatever it is, describe it however you may. Today we are being told that we are going to look for funding and secure it so we can construct the Pugu MultiPurpose Dam. And yesterday when I listened to Dr. Baumi on that, I was indifferent, because it looks like, yes, we'll talk about the issues. And when you talk about the issues, you are NDC. When you talk about the issues, you are anti-government. But think about it, Gen Zs, think about it. Your father tells you that there's a problem that plagues you every year, and that they were going to construct a multi-purpose dam, first to help to irrigate, to feed you, also to provide solar energy, and also possibly to collect the water that comes from Burkina Faso so the problem doesn't plague you. And then we spent $12 million US. $12 million US. Calculate that in cedi equivalent. 1 cedi, if you decide that even $1 is valued at 15 cedis, some say 16, some say 16 point whatever, but you just value it at 15 cedis times 12 million. You have a calculator on your phone, don't you? Do it. $12 million times 15. Calculate how much money has not been accounted for, and the dam is still not there. And chiefs and, elders and sane members of society were all rallied to the point where we cut salt for the Pugu MultiPurpose Dam. This morning, there will be a spillage. Yesterday, was it the NADMO Director General I saw at the campaign launch, the Manifesto launch? NADMO is telling us that we do not have enough relief items for those whose homes will be washed away, like it happened at Mepe in the Volta region. We have still not been able to sort them out, but we are going about our business as if it's business as usual. We are talking about the completion of projects. What happened to the sea defense wall? So when somebody comes to tell you that I care about you, I care for you, you must start asking the questions, how do you care for me when all around me I see that everything you're trying to do is not perhaps in the best of my interest? What other explanation do we give to the farmers and those who live up there, closer to the Bagri Dam? And it comes all the way, I'm told. Sometimes the farms are submerged, snake bites, etc. What explanation are we going to give them, and how do we make them feel loved? There are those I know, 2 of them I think work here in this company. There are those I know who have fled that part of town just to be here. Because every year they go and borrow money, they invest it into farming, into agric, it's washed away, they come back again to start all over again. How do you make any kind of progress in a country that simply knows what the problem is, with all the engineers that we have in this country, with all the fact that we have been able to migrate our irrigation, whatever, to an authority, with all of it, hydrological department is now an authority, with all of it, we still have that problem sitting on our necks every year. Every year it happens. Every year you are sure it will happen. It will be a headliner every year. Can't we sit, think, and solve this problem? Can't we? Every year. Why? And yesterday, after Dr. Bawumia spoke, and I must commend Dr. Bawumia and whoever was on the stage yesterday to speak, from Kojo Ponkruma to Abu Jinapor to Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. I mean, they did their best not to, for even once, mention John Mahama's name. Because I thought, for example, and I've said it here before, that each time you speak and you mention the man's name or vice versa, you're actually doing free advert for the person. You are doing free campaign for the person. And yesterday, even though references were made to H.E. John Dramani Mahama, his name was not specifically mentioned. In fact, the NDC's name was also, predominantly missing from the whole narrative. So I commend them. At least they have listened. They have learned a lesson or two in communication, and we are happy about that. But yesterday, after he spoke, Franklin Kujo, Kofi Asari, just put up their screenshots. They had conversations, and yesterday I had cause to put up and said that, well, these are fulfilled promises, unfulfilled promises, and recycled promises. Put it up. Franklin Kujo says, remember, you are safe with the NPP. Remember, you are safe with the NPP. That's Honorable Elizabeth Ohene, board chairman of SNIT, and then she yesterday was on the stage, nicely grayed head. Then Franklin Kujo is asking, where is my money taking through the financial haircuts? Where is justice for Santro Kofi, Akpafu, Likpe, and Lolobi? They have no member of parliament, and I don't know if they are going to have one in the forthcoming election. So Madam Elizabeth Ohene says, please remember, you are safe with the MPP. Honorable Elizabeth Ohene says so. Franklin Kujo is asking, where is my money taken through the financial haircuts? Show me Kofi Asari's screenshot. Kofi Asari is also asking questions. And it says, at Africa Education Watch, we have a database of 243 education promises from 2017 to 2024. It takes just a click to track the history of any promise made. Digitalized tracking. Now, let's see what he said about the digitalized tracking. There's another one. It says all tertiary institution applicants to buy just one tertiary application form. That's Dr. Bawumia. Kofi Asari says, this promise is 8 years old. Were we able to implement it? No. So it was a festival of fulfilled promises, unfulfilled promises, and recycled promises. So this clearly is an unfulfilled promise that all tertiary institution applicants are to buy just one tertiary application form, according to Dr. Bawumia. Kofi Asari and Africa Edu Watch says this is 8 years old. And once it is 8 years old, it means that it has been recycled and it is unfulfilled. This is according to Kofi Asari. Now, let's play the video of your choice, Olu. Any of the videos that you think you want to play. Play. I did a few cuts.
The Manifesto is giving. It is giving hope. It is giving ideas. It is giving jobs. It offers the opportunity to create a new generation of entrepreneurs through my business support initiatives. It strives to make Ghana a fully digitalized nation in which you are able to access public services with ease. It incentivizes the private sector to expand and deliver good jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that as Vice President, the policies I have championed or initiated have impacted or will impact the lives of virtually every Ghanaian. I have, with the full blessings and support of my boss, promised and delivered on many groundbreaking policies. that are happening for the first time in our history. These include championing the Ghana Card, Agenda 111, e-pharmacy, Ghana.gov, one constituency, one ambulance, Zongo Development Fund, paperless ports, motor insurance, database, renewal of NHIS on your mobile phone, Ghana Card number as your TIN number, SNAK number, NHIS number, zip line, delivery for drones, gold for oil, gold purchase.
So that's Dr. Bawumia there. He says he's a promise keeper and a problem solver. And I just played this for you to also have an idea. So it says the manifesto is giving what? Ideas, jobs, and what have you. So the question that comes up, where are the jobs? Yesterday, a young lady says 21 million jobs had been created. Well, I'm sure she meant 2.1 million jobs. But we also know that 1.9 million Ghanaians are unemployed. So the question is, where are the jobs? If the jobs had indeed been created, where are they? Because the last time I remember when we spoke about jobs that have been created, former Greek minister Dr. Efri Okutu was in Parliament telling us that in the first year of planting for food and jobs alone, 745,000 jobs have been created. When we drilled further and asked him how the jobs have been created, oh, those who come and help to plant, those who harvest, those who carry the thing onto the trucks, those who transport. I say, bah. But all these jobs already existed. If you grew up in a village or a farming community, all these jobs already existed. So now these 2.1 million jobs, not 21 million jobs, 2.1 million jobs, are they direct jobs, indirect jobs? What kind of jobs are they? In which sectors? I think the explanation must come, must it not? Play Dr. Pugu MultiPurpose video.
Energy under your watch, and we said no longer will Ghana have Doomsor. In fact, by 2017, when you got into office, it had been 5 years of doom. It was not Doomsor, it was 5 years of doom. In fact, a former president said he will watch how we solve the doom problem. Not only have we kept the light on, Mr. President, even under trying times, the light has been on. Mr. President, I can say that the average electricity prices now is cheaper, dollar by dollar, from between 2017 and now. You have not only exhibited competence, you have exhibited leadership par excellence, Mr. President. I do know that right beside you was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If you set the vision, he set the mission. If you ensure delivery, he made sure your government ticked. No wonder you pulled all stops to let him succeed. And surely God will bless your effort.
So now I'm confused. Was Dr. Bawumia indeed the driver's mate, or is he the most influential vice president ever? Because you listen to the president, you listen to Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, you listen to Dr. Bawumia himself, and you get that there's now a departure from being a driver's mate to being the main man. He said the vision, he said the mission. Was Doomsor really for 5 years? And what was Dr. Bawumia's own claim in 2017 when the government took over? And even in 2016, did he not say, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, that John Mahama doesn't deserve credit for solving Doomsor? And haven't we in the last few months experienced power outages when we asked you for a timetable and you told us rudely that we should go and bring our own timetable? Have you forgotten so soon, sir? We have not forgotten. Are you not aware, sir, that industries have been reeling under that particular situation, and now some industries do not like to latch onto the, what do you call it, the national grid? They want to be prepared, so they buy fuel and they wait. What happened to that integrated power thing of, what do you call it, the promise of having solar integrated into our system? In fact, indeed, the presidency, we were told, will run solely on solar. Where is that power? So if we want to do a holistic thing, the 2020 manifesto is there for anybody to refer to and make references at. And when you make references at those ones, that's why I said it was a festival of fulfilled promises, unfulfilled promises, and recycled promises. So maybe you need to talk to your boss again, say, and understand one or two things. Take me back to 1996. I want to demonstrate to you how these are unfulfilled promises. So one more from Franklin Cudjoe before we go to 1996. In fact, let's go to Franklin Cudjoe, yes. And you know, yesterday, the conversation about exchange rates, whether or not the dollar has been arrested and the key has been given to IGPRP2 was missing. The conversation about how we're going to pay, how much we owe, and our public indebtedness was missing. The conversation about how we have postponed payments of what we have borrowed and maybe chopped is missing. So Franklin Cudjoe says Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia admits economic challenges but falls short of acknowledging the role his government's fiscal recklessness contributed to the atrophy. It is not true that the unemployment rate was higher in 2016 than now. It is almost 4 times higher now. And Doomsor was solved by December 2016, so there was no need for it in 2024. His flat tax idea, though, will be impactful if implemented well. His pledge to govern with 50 ministers is a great move. And then I asked a question. Doc says he will strap taxes. That's beautiful. The public will jump at it. Take me to 1996. The public will jump at it. But if the public jump at it, if the public decide to jump at it, where will we be getting revenue to run the country? That question did not come. That question did not come. Show me another document. So not this one. I'm just speaking from the 1996 manifesto, which J. Kufuor presented, which at the time we had what do you call it? Former Speaker of Parliament, Peter Alajete, was chairman of the party. This was sometime in September, right? This was the manifesto of the NPP in 1996, September 20, 1996. Go to the slide before this one. The slide before this one. Fantastic. The NPP will seek to bind government employees and employees and negotiated social contract. No, not this one. Let's go. There's another one. Economic, the part on economic, the economics. Go back. Not this. And I just want to draw your attention to, there's a conversation about Kenke that was had. Okay. Now, look at this. The NPP will pursue a 12-point economic program dedicated to create wealth for the people, to provide jobs in economic security, and empower the Ghanaian people to take their destiny into their own hands. Our Create Wealth program aims to 1. Create jobs for all persons able and willing to work and to reward each of them appropriately. 2. Reduce the tax burden, especially on workers and pensioners, and on the poor. Reduce inflation and stabilize the exchange rate. 3. Empower our women and youth by supporting their entrepreneurial initiatives. 4. Accelerate economic growth and development of Ghana in order to enhance opportunities and raise the standard of living for all Ghanaians. 5. Take all the appropriate measures to promote industry and agriculture by strengthening and promoting Ghanaian entrepreneurship in order to ensure that Ghanaians take hold of their own destiny and that economic growth benefits the Ghanaian people. 6. Ensure access to healthcare and quality education for all, and in particular promote science and technology advancement in Ghana. 7. Work to promote home ownership among Ghanaians as a means to strengthen the family, provide economic security, and create control street crime and violence, as well as encourage personal savings. 8. Ensure an even balanced development of all the regions in Ghana. Maybe we should start asking Dan Boche and Martin J. Mensah, Martin. We need to ask them the 16 regions that the 6 new regions that were created, and we gave all of them a seed fund of 20 million Ghana cedis. We should be asking them how that has helped to balance the development of the regions. You see, recycling. 9. Alleviate poverty and ensure a respectable safety net that enhances human dignity for the poor and disadvantaged. 10. Light the eternal flame of nationalism and build up in every Ghanaian a strong sense of patriotism and the capacity to develop and consolidate the independence of Ghana, the survival of the democratic system of government, and generate a sense of participation, ownership in its development, prosperity, and progress. 11. Totally develop the rural areas through the pursuit of an aggressive integrated rural development program. 12. Husband and protect the national heritage, especially the environment, our land and forest, minerals and timber, and all our natural resources and endowments. Let's go to the next one. No, there's another slide. It has 2 cedis, in fact 200 cedis there. 200 cedis then is now 20 pesos. 200 cedis then is now 20 pesos, right? And I know this because my grandmother, Niamanye, of blessed memory, sold kenke in Kanishi. Show me. There's the other slide. So look, quick, without time. That conversation must be had. Not this. Go to the other one. That conversation must be had. And I just want to point you to that 1996 document. 20th September. Just to let you know that there's a recycling of the promise that was made. There's a recycling. So there's a commitment to change. Yesterday, Prince David Osei was talking about change. Now, read this from the 1996 Constitution of the MPP. It says, the MPP is committed to a complete change from this shameful record and pledges to restore our dignity as a sovereign nation. It was talking then about borrowing, indebtedness, etc. We seek to create in Ghana a just and humane society where each is his brother's keeper. We aim to shape the nation's history through faith in one another and solidarity with each other. The MPP will emphasize job creation, poverty eradication, capacity building, rural development, saving and investment. We will encourage innovation and the entrepreneurial spirit and conserve and develop our natural resources. We believe in free enterprise. Profit must be regarded as something, must not be regarded as something immoral, but as a reward for productive activity and for assumption of risk. All these things that we're talking about. There's another slide on one that has 200. So look, find that for me. I'm surprised you can't find that. And yesterday, when I listened to the vice president and the flag bearer of the MPP, it took me back to 1990 because I'd read this cover to cover. It took me back to that document. And then you ask yourself, well, in 1996, this was J.A. Kufuor's document. He didn't get into power. But if you read the 2000 Manifesto, you find that these things were in there. The bottom line I'm trying to raise these questions this morning is that why do we keep recycling the same manifesto promises when, in fact, the problems are well known, the solutions are well prescribed, and then the solutions are not implemented so that the people of Ghana become happy and excited once and for all? Why? We know what the problems are, as has been said here. So look, find the other slides. Go to the previous slides. We know the problem. We know what the solutions are. We prescribe them. But then when we're trying to solve the problems, there's a blockade. Why? Is it a case of principalities and powers? Now, read this. Bringing down inflation at the high cost of living. Read it. The top priority of the MPP is to stop the wild raging inflation which is tearing the society apart. 1996. Robbing people of their savings and making the cost of living unbearable. Robbing people of their savings and making the cost of living unbearable. There was no domestic haircuts then, no. But this was what was written. The only people profiting from the inflation are the top hierarchy of the NDC and their insensitive business partners. Who could have imagined a ball of kenke selling for 200 cedis, now 20 pesos, or one roasted granite for 1 cedi? Same ball of kenke at 1 cedi that Anado's complained about, 2016. It's found presence here in 1996. But that is the reality of Ghana today. Even the ordinary yokegari, kenke and fish, roasted plantain and granules are now hardly affordable. At the annual rate of inflation of 70%, the real value, that is the purchasing power of your money, income, salary, or wages or savings, is reduced by 41% in 1 year. We had inflation that climbed all the way past 50%. If this is maintained, the real value of your savings will be reduced by 93% in 5 years. Calculate how much your money is worth now. At this rate, 1,000 Ghana cedis saved today, that was then the white note, right, will be worth 7 cedis in purchasing power 5 years hence. This is how inflation robs the people and decimates the society. This one is the same narratives that are being pushed out today. Same narrative. Nothing has changed. And I'm saying I took this from 1996. Bring me the cover page again. From 1996, the foreword is there. Under it is Chairman Jake Obechebi, Chairman Peter Alajete, former Speaker of Parliament. He was chairman of the MPP at the time. Under it is J.A. Kufuor. Under it is the date, 20th September 1996. So if we're able to diagnose the problems in 1996, and J.A. Kufuor had 2 terms, Nana has had 2 terms, why do we still have the problem today? Will I be told that, well, because in between 2000 and 2008, and then between, 2020 and 2024, there was, 2009 and 2012 up to 2016, so they derailed the process. Will we be told, will we be given that excuse? Will we be given that excuse? Don't the people of Ghana deserve better? It's a very simple question. It says the party's policy is to liberate the energies of the people for the growth of a property-owning democracy in this land, with right to life, freedom, and justice as the principles to which the government and the laws of the land should be dedicated, in order specifically to enrich life, property, and liberty of each and every citizen. Dr. J.B. Dankwa, 1996. Yesterday, remember that Dr. Bawumia also started the speech with another J.B. Dankwa quote. I'm saying it is the same template. Same template. Nothing has changed. Same template, different faces, different leadership, but same template. And if you drill down to the content, the table of contents, this is 1996, you find that there was introduction, the vision of the MPP, the motto, the mission, there's chapter 1, economy and building prosperity for all, poor economic record, cost of the PNDC continuity, a commitment to change, objective of the MPP economic program for jobs, economy, situation, security, and empowerment, the specific policies, economic management, stabilizing the exchange rate, bringing down inflation at the high cost of living, finance and financial services, wages and remunerations, unemployment and job creation, housing and home ownership, diversity and privatization, promotion, investment, promoting industrial development, small-scale businesses and self-employment, boosting our exports, tourism, and then you talk about development of our infrastructure, integrated rural development, developing agriculture, fisheries. It is all there, same templates. Nothing new has changed. So now, put Dr. Bawumia here. Put Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh here. You can add their contenders to them and ask them, we, the citizens of this country, we too, we deserve better. These things that you have sold to us over the years, how has it improved our lives? Ask that question. Don't go defending everything. Good morning. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Odewale.
International.
Talk to me. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes,
sir. Yesterday, I got another admirer for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, he was so close to me. His brother Emmanuel. That's how he's known as